UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers with more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at
Good evening, race fans. Tonight, Southern Broadcast Racing Network is coming live to you from ATL, where we got to call it Hot Atlanta because it's already hot all over the southern part of America. You know, tonight we are with the Slingshot Racing League. Race number 2 is they are taking these 87s. Hopefully, they got some AC in there because we sure as hell ain't got none up here in the booth. Joe, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing wonderful. Can't wait to see these cars run around this track today. You know, these cars actually did not run ever on this layout of the track. They ran on the old oval layout, which was quarter-mile straightaways and half-mile turns. So I'd say this track's a little bit easier than what they were running back in the day. But this is going to be a great race and should be a pretty close one, too. Got a lot of people timing in very similar times today in practice.
Negatory.
We got Richard Hurst coming in the booth right now. Hello, Richard. He's just loading up everything.
He's actually at the concession stand getting us some beer and hot dogs.
Sounds good. But, you know, one thing I was looking at the points. Two people that I would say really stand out and I think are definitely going to be the top two to pay attention to. Going to be Justin Wilson and Brandon Sox. I think those two are going to be the top two guys I'd look out for in the championship hunt. And both Justin and Brandon are practicing 1-2 right now, and they are one of 4 people that have practiced in a 32.7 or better.
Yeah, as much
So,
as it
Jeremy,
takes, with the these tires is what's going to be the main thing they're going to have to watch, because as hot as it is on this track and these tires, They're going to burn through them really quick, especially that back right rear one.
Yeah, we got 117 laps today, so it's not a particularly long race. But when we do look at the tires, these tires are, I would not say the best. They do typically wear out pretty fast, and I'm very interested to see what the fall off is going to be. But I'm also seeing quite a few spins in practice. Very fast track, very abrasive, very slick. So it will be very interesting to see how everyone handles the tires. I think tires, taking care of them, is going to be the key to victory today.
Yeah, that's what it's all going to come down to is who's going to burn them up and who ain't. During practice, I noticed a lot of them's getting loose coming out of two. So that may just be a getting ready, getting the tires warmed up. But I think turn two is going to be the one to watch tonight.
Um,
I think the tri-oval is really going to be where you're going to see a lot of problems. The car settling coming out of the turn, and the car kind of settling. Then you're putting it back into even though it's a small turn, you're putting it into a small turn, and the car has to pretty much go from settled to unsettled, and that transition to turn one. So I think we're going to see a little bit in that tri-oval area.
Now, I've actually seen a lot of people come in loose off four. There was actually Justin Wilson in practice. He got loose off four and slid down pit road and absolutely clobbered a parked car. So, I think four might be giving these guys the biggest issue with the transition. And Justin getting a little wiggle in his qualifying run, but so far he is first fastest.
Oh my goodness! Nobody told me there was an update.
You got an update? How big?
It wasn't that big, but between just updating, then having to restart, then updating, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just watching Justin Wilson though. Yeah, he was getting pretty wiggly coming out of turn four. But we got Brandon Zimmerman on the clock right now, and so far he has clocked in a 33.2. Not the best time, but now we got Randy Bichelle clocking in third fastest so far. And he will not improve on his second time. So he'll be third fastest right now, but as I said, Justin Wilson and Brandon Sachs 1-2 right now. Justin Wilson's the only one with a sub 32.8. All right. All right, so Richard, who do you think may have a chance to get the win tonight? We got Justin Wilson last week. Who do you think's going to be this week?
you know, there are so many cars out here that are capable of winning, but I am gonna go with Cole Shetty.
I do not disagree with that. Cole, we know him from full stand. Cole is a very good driver. Does very well up there in trucks, and these things are a little bit more of a challenge to wheel around than the trucks. And I always complain that the trucks don't have enough power and too much downforce. But no, I think he definitely is going to be able to wheel it around pretty good today, and he's so far in seventh place right now. I'm gonna take Brandon Sox. He did really good at Michigan, and I think he'll be pretty good here today as well.
I like that pick. I do like that pick.
And
So yeah,
just
I definitely do like that pick.
just wanted to point out for the Buick fans, Joe McAdory and Nick DeCesare, neither of them have clocked in times yet. So, we're hoping to see maybe a Buick hit victory lane. Only got two of them, but hopefully one of them will before the season's out. Got the
I'm sitting
Roach
here
on
look
12.
the what?
The Roach on 12 in the chat. Tang Tex, he is the man. Who's running that scheme for yeah, Tex Linder? He is in 22nd right now. So maybe we'll see him pull some heroics from the back of the pack. We did see a lot of people last week. They did make a lot of positions up. I mean, obviously, anything's possible at Daytona, but we'll see if the same thing's here today. Richard, what do you got for the starting lineup?
All right, starting lineup is going to be that 58 Chevrolet of Justin Wilson. Second is going to be Brandon Sox in his 33 Chevrolet. All Chevy show up in the top 5. It's going to be Randy Bichdel. Oh, I just butchered that. Sorry about that. In his number 18 Chevrolet, the 70 Chevrolet of Aaron Smith is going to be starting fourth. Fifth is going to be the 25 of Scott Thomas in his Monte Carlo. Sixth is going to be the number 9 of Sam Oliver. And our first Ford is going to be in seventh, and that's going to be Cole Shetty, and it is number 77 Thunderbird. Chris Smith is going to be in the 28 Ford, starting 8th. 9th is going to be Jeff Pogo in his Chevrolet. 10th is going to be Mr. Matt Kuntz in his Ford Thunderbird number 13. What you got for 11th?
Wesley Pistoli, don't count him out. He's going to be 11th in the Ford Thunderbird. Then we got Matt Clusi is in the 27, Chase Berry in 13th in the 5, and then we got Chris Hone in 14th. Kerry Whitaker is going to be 15th. Brendan Zimmerman in that Roast the Gems Coffee. Chevy's going to be 16th. Josh Terrett Hill in 17th, and Ellis Thomas in the Apex Energy Ford 18th. Jacob Bradley 19th, and Corey Doiron is going to be in 20th. What do you got for 21?
21st is going to be the 22 of Nick Kuhn.
Kulikowski.
Kulikowski. Okay. Tex Linder is going to be 22nd. Larry Poling is going to be 23rd. 24th is going to be Paul Thomas. 25th is going to be Tyler Willard. 26th is going to be Johnny Rapp. 27th is going to be Bruce Pearson. 28th is going to be Nick. We'll just call him Nick. And his Buick 00. Eric Wright is going to be 29th. 30th is going to be Joey McAdory. And Evan Horsewell is going to be 31st. So 31 cars out on the track, and they got one warm-up lap before they go green. All right, Paul, how long before we see the first caution?
Less than 10 laps.
Less than 10 laps. All right. Damn. You got to be more specific, Joe.
Right,
let's go
fine.
with 7.
4.
Okay.
4.
You got 4. I got 7. All right. All right. Pace car is about to dive off, and we're about to go green with Justin Wilson leading the pack. Let's see how long you can keep that number 58 out front. And he starts in the restart zone, and it looks like the 33 got a really good jump here at Atlanta Motor Speedway as they go into turn number 1. The 33 had a nose on him, but the 58 is going to fight right back on the inside, and the 33 is going to go way up high, and we're probably going to see that high line, for a pretty good while. You can get a run off of that turn number 2, and you can also save a little bit more tires up high. Joe?
Yeah, running up high definitely saves tires. Tires is going to be definitely the main part of this race with how the tires are on this car, and also with how the track is. We always know Atlanta is always an abrasive track, so tires are definitely going to be a factor today.
Well, it looks like we got 2x2, in some rows, and one is going to be the number, let's see, that's 18. That's Randy. He is fighting with the 25 of Scott Thompson. Yeah, can't read today. It's been a long day. Heat about killed me. But Tompkins was able to make that pass, and he is going to take over the 4th position from Randy, and it looks like they are going to get single file all the way back to, looks like, about 10. Joe?
Yeah, we're single file all the way back to 13th, actually. Chase Berry looking on the outside of Brandon Zimmerman, but climbs a little bit up the track, but he's going to be looking for that run, and Zimmerman climbed up as well. And it looks like Jacob Bradley got off on the apron, and he's lost a ton of positions. What happened to Bradley?
looks like he got a little bit loose, kicked it sideways. Tires wasn't quite warming up, but he is going to drop back to the 20th position. But, you know, one thing I am very surprised about is that number 8 Ford Thunderbird. He is riding back in the 17th position. Did not get a good qualifying position, and that's going to be the Apex Energy car of Ellis Thomas. So hopefully he can pull some strategy off and get his car back up front. But it looks like Mr. Jacob in his number 1 City Chevrolet is going to try to fight with the 22, and that's going to be Kulowski.
Yeah, Kulkowski, he's up one position right now, so running pretty decent in that Mopar 22. I think the benefit of being in the back is you might have a chance to maybe save a little bit more than those guys up front. You won't need to necessarily push as hard. And if a caution comes out, you may have an opportunity to get up there and maybe not be on such worn tires when the other guys who are running real hard, burning their stuff out.
Well, we are going to ride around with the 58, and he has got his hands full. He's got the 25, he's got the 70 on his outside, and looks like they're all going to be trying to chase down Brandon Sox. He was able to take the lead, but Aaron Smith is going to be right behind him in his draft, and we have not seen the caution yet. But lap 7 is still 1 lap to go as far as my pick goes, and these guys have been doing really good. But it looks like Cole Shetty is going to join into this mix, and he's going to be battling with the 9 car, and that's going to be Sam Oliver on that outside, and they're going to take it through the tri-oval, and he's got a little bit of draft from the 25, but not going to be able to take it over just yet. That Highline is making some moves, Joe.
Yeah, speaking of Sam Oliver, he made a really risky move just a lap ago to slot into the 5th position. He pretty much cut a nose off and a tail off, but we got 3 wide down the backstretch. It's going to be Sam Oliver, we got Tompkins and Cole. They're 3 wide, and it looks like the 25 might be able to edge both of them out, and that'll be Tompkins holding on the 4th.
Man, that was really close. That 77 got real close to the door of that number 25, but they were able to hold it. I thought there was going to be a little bit of contact, but none was made. But they're still going to battle it out side by side as they come out of turn number 2, and it looks like Thompson is going to have it still, and that low lane, he has no help as they come down the backstretch, and it looks like they're going to be pretty much nose to tail all the way back towards the back. Closest battle that I see is going to be the 5 and the 20.
Yeah, 5 and 20 are running pretty good, but also keep in mind the 5th position. What I'm noticing here is running on the high side. It seems like they're getting a much better run off the high side than the inside lane. The inside lane's just getting pinched down, not really able to come up. But if Sam Oliver is just able to maintain his pinch, he's going to be able to get 5th, and he's going to move up to 4th as well, as the 25 got a little loose coming off the corner.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be some contact with the 77, but he was able to squeeze it in and get back to that high lane, and we might see him, make some moves on that high line. So Cole Shetty looking for some speed up there, and he is going to be battling with the 25 of Scott, and so far he has got the nose out front. He's about a half a car out in front of him, but not a bad battle. And there's also a battle for 3rd position there, Joe. There was. Yeah,
and one thing I am noticing about the battle for 3rd is Sam Oliver is actually clocking really fast times compared to Brandon Sox. And even in traffic, he is clocking about 0.2 faster than Brandon. So maybe running that inside is really hurting their tires. And I think maybe it's time, if you have been running that inside, to try to migrate a little bit up to the outside lane. But he's going to be making a pass on that Margaritaville number 58 Chevrolet, and I think he will have it easy coming out of the corner.
Well, going a little bit further back in the field, we're going to go check on Brandon Zimmerman in that 20 car, and he has got his hands full with Jacob Bradley and Ellis Thomas. They were running three wide at one point, and then they went nose to tail, but that one is still giving the 20 a run for his money. They have been pretty much like this for the last 2 laps or so. So not a bad run for these guys battling back here for, what is that, 16th position?
Yeah, Surprisingly, though, no real big movers. The biggest I'm really seeing is about 3, but you have to go all the way back to 24th to find a mover that is higher than 3 positions, which is Eric Wright in that RC Contractors number 53 for Thunderbird. He's up 5 positions right now, and being back there, just little by little, might be able to get up there later in the race.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we got somebody loose on the front stretch going through the grass. And who is that? That is going to be Chris Horn. Chris Hone. He's going to bring it back on the track. Does not collect anybody. Ooh, that was a close call, but he was able to get back on the track safely. But the 2 cars in front of him, Eric Wright. Oh, we got one spinning. That's going to be Eric Wright and this 24 of Willard.
And we also got the Buick of DeCesare in there too.
Oh, no.
Let's see what happened there. I think they were trying to avoid the accident. They were just worried about Hone coming in, and Eric just got on the apron, and Tyler and him both overshot it, and it was just...
They both scraped the wall, and the 53 actually got loose. 24 tried to go around them. There's a little bit of net code in that maybe, but yeah, they were trying to avoid him coming back up on the track and just took it way high. So
it wasn't really looking bad for either of them, but Tyler definitely got hit way harder because DeCesare just came in there and nowhere to go. DeCesare actually lost a wheel, so that could be him maybe having an early exit today.
picked a fine time to leave him, loose wheel.
All right, well, we're under caution.
Lap 15, we were both wrong. But go ahead.
Yeah, it just looks like there's some back markers that are pitting in. How many tire sets we getting today? 4?
I believe that is correct. But while we look up that information, we're going to go to one of the league sponsors.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls.
UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for
green.
sports, esports, and business events.
All right, we're
Exceptional
back
attention
green
to
flag
the
racing,
customer,
and it
quality
looks
and
like Brandon
details are our
Sox has gotten
priorities.
a really good jump
Unique,
on that
natural,
green flag,
non-standard
and
and durable
he was
steel
trying to
frames
leave
describe our
Aaron
thinking and
Smith in
product.
the dust. And
UD
look at
Awards
Cole
team
Shetty on that
includes
outside.
sports
He
and
is going to take
esports
over the third
enthusiasts, and we
position.
know
He
these
just drove
emotions and
right
energy
around
that go into them.
Sam
So
Oliver
creating
on that
awards for
outside,
athletes
but
is a
Sam
real
Oliver
pleasure
has
for
his
us.
hands full with that number 25.
Let's
Number
break the
25 is
standards
looking on the
together.
inside,
Find
coming
the
into
team
turn number 3.
group,
Can he get that position? He
/shop/users.
wants that fourth position, but Sam Oliver is going to fight right back on the outside. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Justin Wilson.
All right, so as we were pointing back at the caution, so a few cars did come into pit, and I just want to say that what I noticed is, we're running slower, fast lap times because, you can't be pushing it too hard, especially in the start of the race. So we're definitely letting off a little bit to save tires, but I'm noticing that even with just 15 laps, the fall off was already a second, so I expect these guys who took tires to be making up positions in a hurry.
Yep, I definitely do agree with that. But even though they are going to be coming in a hurry, they still have a lot of traffic to deal with, and I don't think these guys are going to make it easy. Even if you got new tires, they're not going to make it easy for you. They're going to make you push your car a little bit harder to get around them, and something bad could happen if you push a little bit too hard. As we got a little three-way battle, looks like we're going to go 3 wide, and then it's going to be Ellis Thomas. He looked like he was going to go 3 wide with Whitaker there and the 22, but they decided they wanted to keep it 2 wide, and it looks like Ellis is going to be able to keep his position.
Yeah, Ellis is going to have to be careful, though, because pretty much everyone behind him, except for a couple of guys, are on brand new tires. So Whitaker is actually the first car on brand new tires, and Kerry's making up his positions pretty fast, and I think if he can just get on that high side, he'll be able to start flying as long as he can just get around Nick, which looks like he'll be able to around this lap.
Well, the 10 of Josh Hill has moved up 6 positions from where he started. He is actually one of the biggest movers, and not a bad job. Made up 6 positions, did not go in and take tires, so he is making them up the hard way. But it looks like we got a little battle between the 58 and that's going to be Justin Wilson and Sam Oliver. They are going to be battling it out as we go into turn 3 and coming out of turn 4. 58 down low, 9 is up on top. 9 has got the position as of right now, trying to use Cole Shetty's draft just a little bit. Going to have the lap, but not the full position as they go into turn 1, Joe.
Yeah, the draft here, it's just not that much. You can't really benefit that much off of it. You're going fast enough for it to make a difference, but these cars aren't as aerodynamic as they are now. But what I'm saying is, if you're stuck on that bottom line, you're in the sucker line, and you got to get up high as fast as you can. I'm actually surprised that even these leaders are going down low. I'd assume they're using more tires up there too.
Well, go back to Ellis Thomas, and Randy and Jacob were all battling it out at one point in time, but it looks like Ellis did lose a couple positions to the one in 18, and that's going to drop him back to the 18th position, and it looks like he is going to drop another position, maybe one more position. He got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. I thought he was going to lose a little bit more momentum than he did, but not a bad job on that.
Got a challenge for the lead here. We got Aaron Smith trying to lead the first laps. For anyone else other than Brandon Sox, he's looking on the bottom, but we see Sox is running way high, and he's going to get a crazy run off that corner. And, I think, Aaron, if you're going to try that, man, I think your best idea is probably going to go to the high side, because I don't think you're going to pass him on the bottom.
Got the 28 and the 94, and that's going to be Chris Smith and Wesley Pistoli. as they come through the trial oval, it's going to be the 28, but the 94 is going to try to battle him right back, and this is two Fords battling it out for the 8th position. Chris Smith has it right as of right now, and it looks like he is going to take the position away, does a little slide job. 94 is going to try to cross him over as he comes down the back stretch, not going to be able to get the momentum off of turn number 2, so he's just going to tuck right back in line.
Cole Shetty is right on that rear of Aaron Smith, and I'm actually surprised that Cole's not really, doesn't look like he's really itching to really make a move. Looks like he's just itching for maybe Brandon and Aaron to wear each other out, and then he'll just be able to steal it away easy. But you can see Cole is running the high side, gets a little bit loose, but I think he'll be able to get that run off the corner. He's going to be side by side with Brandon, so I think he might be able to take that second position, perhaps. But Aaron's going to fall back in line.
Yeah, he didn't get the run off that he was hoping to, and now he's going to look down a little bit lower. He was running a better line when he was running the low line, and he's going to drift up, and that's where he gets the most momentum off of turn number 4. Not going to be able to get back up to the back bumper of the 70, but the 70 is going to try it down low again while the 33 stays up high. Is the 70 going to be able to get there? He's going to peek at it. They are side by side coming out of turn number 2. Oh, the 33 gets a little bit loose, almost touches the wall coming down the backstretch, and the 77 is going to tuck right behind the 33. Joe?
Yeah, he's getting enough of a run in the bottom. You know, he's getting side by side with him, but he's just not able to get the run that he is getting off the top. And I'm noticing that Brandon's getting wicked loose. So he might be running things a little too hard, but, you know, I think Cole's learning, you know, with the 70 just failing constantly trying to pass him. And we have caution, too. That is going to be Tech Cylinder.
Yep, Tech Cylinder.
Ooh.
And actually, it started with Cole Whitaker. It looks like Whitaker tapped the wall.
Yeah, what looks like happened is
but the 70 is going to try it down low again.
Man, he was loose in turn 4. Looked like. Yeah, he might have clipped the apron just a little bit, but I mean he was coming loose all out of 4, and yeah, got a little help there from Randy.
Well, Kerry, yeah, he lost the wheel also. Ooh, he took 2 hard hits. Tex went into the pits. Ooh.
I mean, I don't think Tex would have been necessarily able to continue that well, but you know that shot into the pit lane pretty much ended his chances for any shot today. But that's unfortunate. Sorry to see that for you, the Roach, because I know you were pulling for him.
You know, I'd like to see Paul Thomas up there. You know, he's running pretty well. Paul Thomas is actually going to stay out. He's one of those cars that took fresher tires, so he's probably going to stay out.
We do have a lot more cars down pit road than we did before.
Yeah.
And it actually looks like a lot of the guys who pitted earlier, you know, I'm thinking they didn't take tires earlier, perhaps. Because they weren't really moving up through the positions that much. But still, you know, Cole Shetty's probably one of the fastest guys on tires right now. So keep an eye out for Cole, because he's going to be probably the fastest guy on brand new tires.
Yeah. And it looks like the 26 of... Oh, where'd it go? Oh, he was down. He was... Nick is back out there. We saw him lose a wheel earlier. He had decided he is going to come back. He is 16 laps down, so he's probably not going to be much help to these guys. He's going to drop back to the back. So good for him for not giving up, even though he is 16 laps down.
Yes. Yeah. I'm looking at all the telemetry right now. I do not believe anyone did take tires on that last pit stop, but this time they certainly did. And Cole Shetty is going to be leading cars on brand new tires. He is going to be in, waiting on it right now. Looks like he's going to be in 17th.
Going to be starting on the inside. new tires, I think he can make a lot of passes on that inside with the new tires.
I mean, you can make those passes on the in the inside, but I mean, his better idea is still going to be the outside because if you're running that inside, I think you're going to burn yourself out a lot more than running outside.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. But what I'm thinking is, if he wants to make moves fast, mostly everybody that did not pit are probably going to more likely ride the top line unless they're battling with somebody. So if he can get to that inside, make as many passes as he can, if his car will handle it, I think he'll get back up to the front really fast. But we're going to take a ride with Justin Wilson.
Had a top 5 car all day. Hasn't been able to make it quite up to the front, but he is running very, very well, and he'll be starting from the 4th spot for this restart. Still got all Chevys in the top 6. Only got 2 Fords in the top 10. That's Chris Smith and Wesley Pistoli. Don't count out on Wesley. Wesley, he'll get up there.
Yeah, that 94 is definitely showing a little bit of speed, even though he is back there in the 8th position. Chris Smith, I think these guys are just back here buying their time. You know, the first 2 Ford, actually the only 2 Fords in the top 10, you know, they're going to have to make a statement. Looks like the pace car lights are out. Go ahead.
Yeah, looking here, looks like McAdory is the only Buick left on the track. He's in 26th. Biggest mover so far is going to be Paul Thomas up 9. Oh, actually, no. Evan Hornswill up 11 in that 71. He's in 20th position right now.
Well, pace car is coming out of turn number 4. He is about to dive off, and we're going to see Brandon Sox take it again. And let's see if he can keep that number 70 at bay. He's got some hungry drivers back there, and that's going to be Sam Oliver, Justin Wilson, Jeff Pogo, and Scott Tompkins. And they are off, and it looks like somebody blinked out. Oh, that was a 70. Didn't even know where he was at, and Justin Wilson almost ran him over. But that's going to allow the 70 to stay in the 2nd position. He's probably going to go to the back if he keeps on having connection issues, because he almost appeared inside the 58, and that can ruin somebody's day real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Joe?
Yeah, Scott Tompkins almost had the Ford jacked up. He was so close to him. Scott is looking to get a run right now, but you know, he's just getting pinched down there, nowhere to go. And Jeff Pogo is going to hold on to the position 4 now. And I think if you're going to be making anything, you got to get going on outside. So if you can pinch him well on the outside, there's nothing the inside guy can do.
Well, just all sense, Aaron Smith blink in and out again, and you got to be wondering how long he is going to be able to stay out front with the connection issue. But so far, so good. He is going to stay in the 2nd position with Justin Wilson right there behind him. These two are trying to work. It looks like they're almost trying to work together to catch the leader. Not really. Oh, we got another caution. And it looks like Chris Cone is one of the cars involved.
Yeah, he just got tapped just a little bit in the quarter panel by that one car. Luckily, no real collateral damage. Just gets up into the safer barrier, and that's not a bad wreck. I mean, would have been a much worse wreck back in the day without those things, because you're going to be hitting a straight-up concrete wall then.
So, 3rd caution of the night here at lap 35, coming to 36. Still got a lot of racing left to go. Aaron Smith still blinking in and out.
Now, with how well these guys are on the new tires, you know, Cole's already up to 12. So I'm wondering, is maybe the front runner's going to pit now? Because that would be definitely a good sight for the people that pitted earlier in lap 29.
What was that, Jeremy? What did he say? Oh. pizza out of your mouth. All right. Well, we are going to take another small little break and have a word from the league sponsors.
Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics, from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
All right, and we are back. We still have one lap under caution left to go. And looks like Brendan Sox. Now, Joe, they did not elect a pit out front, so that means Cole Shetty is up to 12th. So he still has the fresher tires. He's making the moves that he needs to make. He is coming quick. So what do these leaders have to worry about?
Well, I'm looking at Brandon Sox's lap times, and honestly, his fastest lap today was a 33.4. When he was running in in the 30s, he clocked in a 33.6 somehow. I don't know how he did that, but even with that being said, he was only running about 33.2s, 33.3s, 34.3s. So surprisingly, the wear is not as much as I thought it would be, but it really seems that for the first 10 laps, you're really fast on these tires, but then it starts to fall off. I think Cole will be able to make it up there, but it's not going to be as fast as you may think. I think he'll be able to get up there, but it's not going to be as easy as he'd maybe like. But as long as he can maybe get up there, maybe even get in the lead and get into a decent strategy, I think Cole will be making the right move as long as he doesn't get stuck there.
Absolutely. All right.
All right, green flag is in the air, and Brandon Sox is going to take the lead. And we got about 2, 3, 4 back and 2 wide. And it looks like Sam Oliver is going to be making the charge on the high side, going to be going around Jeff Pogo. Just want to say hello to Brexton Bush fan. He's rooting for that number 4 car. And also hello to 5-0 family. Let's go racing, boys. Yes, we are. And Aaron Smith has finally decided, hey, let's migrate to the top side and see how that goes. And look at that. He's made his way to second.
Yeah, that 58 is coming, though. He is making that bottom line work for him. He is looking to take over that second position as Aaron Smith blinks out again. But he is looking to take over that second position. He does not want to be behind the blinking car anymore, but he's going to have no choice as that bottom line is not making the moves. He's actually losing ground to that number 70. And it looks like the number 9 of Sam Oliver, he is going to try that top side also and try to take the position away from the 58, but he's not going to be able to get the runoff before the 58 cuts him off, Joe.
Front 10 are pretty much all stacked up right now. Surprised though that Cole is making moves on the inside. It's we got a crash also in turn number 1 and almost stacks up the entire top 10. It's going to be a single car. It looks like that's going to be Sam Oliver.
Wow.
Holds it down on the turn, does not get hit. I bet he's counting his prayers after that. Because that could have been much worse.
The 77, man, he was coming quick, and he saw it, but he avoided so much right there. He had the 5. I think he was right there on the rear bumper of the 5 because the 5 was checking up, and it looks like the 9 had a little bit of help from the 25 going around. But yeah, Cole missed a lot. He goes to the inside of the 28, and the 5 is trying to get checked up. He stays on the outside. It was the 94 that he almost got into, almost collected a little bit of damage from that. But he got to slow down, got to turn left, and kept it clean.
He's figuring, it's hard to pass people, so why not use the ARCA brakes and just go straight through 2 guys? I mean, hey, he sees that wreck's not going to get him. The 2 guys ahead of him aren't really committing down on the bottom. Why not take those 2 positions? And looks like the 5 was giving back his position, but that put Cole into P6, and a few guys are down the pit lane as well. So we're going to have a bunch of scattered pit stops now. So we'll see how that all shakes out in just a moment. Looks like the first car out's probably going to be Jeff Pogo.
Well, he's making moves. But, look at Chase Berry. He is up 8 positions. He's been out front, in that number 5. He hasn't been in any incidents, and he's just running a real clean race. And we got one real big mover, and that's going to be the 71 of Evan Horswell. So he is up 20 positions. That is our biggest mover as of right now, and that is going to be that Matt Black number 71 with no sponsors. So if you're out there and you want to sponsor a car, this is a car you may want to put your name on.
Definitely. 71 was running in the back. I think he may have gotten in an incident earlier, but managing the race fine, and I think he may have gotten tires as well. So yeah, he pitted on lap 36, so he's on tires. So he might be able to make something work up there with new tires, making the strategy move work. I always like myself a good strategy move. Sometimes you don't got to be the fastest guy. Sometimes you just got to be the smartest guy, but being fast helps.
You are right about that. Well, Brendan Stocks elected to stay out again. We are at lap 45, coming to 46 of 117 laps. So still no real big movement out of the top 4, with a couple guys that decided to join the group. With the 27, we have not really called his name out, and that's Matt Kloos. I don't have my glasses on, so.
Didn't know you wore glasses.
Yes, unfortunately. 90% of the time I got contacts, but when I got home, I pulled them out.
Fair enough.
with the heat and everything, they were drying my eyes out.
All right. Well, we still got 26 cars on the lead lap. We got some big movers, though, that took tires as well. Another person that's moving up in that 17 is Eric Wright in the 53 car. Wright is just behind Evan. And another big mover is Johnny Rapp. He's in the 52. I do not believe Rapp took tires. He might have last stop. We weren't really paying attention to him too much. All you have to do is look at the lap times, and I don't think he did take tires. So he is on fuel though, so he's not going to have to fill it up as much next time he goes in the pit lane. But I think we're going to have to worry about fuel maybe coming soon, because I don't think these guys mind staying out, but they're going to have to get fuel soon.
Yeah. Oh, and Brandon Sox is having an internet connection. No, don't want the leader having that. He's in and out. He's in and out. Tell the kids to get off the Wi-Fi if you got kids.
Well,
And now there goes Aaron Smith. So 2 leaders are kind of blinking in and out.
they'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. But we're getting ready to take the green again. Pace car is off, and Brandon Sox is gonna haul ass. He is gone. He gets shot out of there like a rocket. The 58 didn't get a bad restart, but he's got the 70 and the 25 that wants those positions. I mean, the 58 wants the second position, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get it on the bottom side coming out of turn number 2. We've seen that high line have the momentum, and he's just not going to be able to clear that 70. But Brandon Sox is going to dive down to the bottom, trying to break up that draft just a little bit, and then now he's going to help out the 58. He's going to be on the bottom with the 58, and the 70 is going to come out and try to get the momentum and take the lead away. Joe?
Yeah, Stocks got loose. He actually spun tires a bit in the second turn, and he was loose coming out of 2. He got down on the bottom. And he's like, well, he's having a tough time. And you saw him in turn 4 too. He was tailing out, fishtailing. The rear end was kicking out to the right. So unfortunate that he lost the position like that, because his restart was not that good. Tailed in both corners, Richard.
Well, we definitely got a new leader, and that's going to be Aaron Smith, with Brandon Sox having a battle with Justin Wilson as they come through the tri-oval. And so far, Justin Wilson has the position, but only by a nose. So it was very close as they come across the start-finish line. And look at Scott Tompkins. He is trying to make a move and looking to the inside of the 33, but not able to get there, and almost looked like he was going to try to take it 3 wide, but here comes Mr. Cole Shetty in that 77 Ford Thunderbird.
Yeah, seeing them run side by side like that, Cole just could not be happier to see that. And Cole is up to 5th position, doing an amazing job with those brand new tires. And I think he'll be able to get going up to the front. I think he'll be there in a few laps, as the 58 car nearly chopped his nose off. He'll cut down the bottom and go 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Oh, yeah, you got the 77, you got the 25, and you got the 33. They are all looking for the same real estate, but the guy with the freshest tires might be able to come out with it. You see some guys are starting to have a little bit of handling issue, like the 33. He is losing positions. He lost the lead from to the 70, and now he lost second place to the 25, but Cole Shetty is going to move up to 3rd place. He has the 58 all over the back bumper. 58 backs off just a little bit, loses momentum, and now he's going to go. Cole Shetty is going to go for second place. 25 went wide. Cole Shetty went to the inside and got it. Now they got 3 wide, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you this, Cole is going to look like a genius with that tire move, because it looks like everybody's starting to fall off now. And I think even if a caution comes out, Cole's going to be in a perfect position as he slides just a little bit, avoids the wall, but he's going to be in a perfect position if another caution comes out, because he'll be able to get fresh tires and be in a great position with all the leaders that have been really a challenge to pass today.
Yeah, they are still... They are still battling it out, back here with Brandon Sox. He is losing ground like there's no tomorrow, and looks like he's going to maybe lose some ground to the 4 and the 94. They were looking to take a 3 wide as they were coming out of turn number 4, but they decided not to. Maybe the tires just cannot handle 3 wide at this time. Joe?
We lost Aaron. Aaron just blinked and he has not come back. He's been gone for about 20 seconds now. So that's going to give Cole the lead right now. But I don't know where Aaron is. If he doesn't pop up soon, I'm thinking he might have gotten DC'd.
Well, that's something that you definitely don't want. Depending on where he's from, we've had some storms down here. So hopefully that's not where... hopefully he's not down here and he blinks back
He
in.
has disconnected.
Oh, well, we lost one guy and one of the faster guys that was up front. But so that's going to turn everything over to Cole. And look at Bradley Jacobs in this number 1 City Chevrolet. He got a little bit loose, almost touched the wall coming out of turn number 2. But he has taken over the 2nd position. And he's one of those guys on those fresher tires, up 17 positions.
I think his name is Jacob Bradley, but Jacob is doing pretty good.
Did I
and
say something different?
You said Bradley Jacobs.
Oh,
I'm
well,
like, who's
yeah.
that?
Well, dyslexia too, I guess.
Oh yeah, same here. But keep an eye on that 52 car because he's up the same amount of positions as Bradley, which is 17 spots. And we actually got some contact in the 5th position. That is going to be Scott Tompkins getting the worst of it as he's going to fall down the inside and he'll fall back down to 5th, side by side with Wesley Pistoli.
All right. We appreciate that follow, Dual OK. And we are getting ready to have a $5 giveaway. Either iRacing credits or $5 cash, whichever you prefer.
All right, make sure you do that exclamation point ticket in the chat and you will get a ticket. We'll find out what lap we will draw shortly. So, yeah, if you want a chance at free money, you could win. You could. But you must be in here to win it. So, we will keep the drawing a little bit of a secret for now. But, yeah, if you want to, exclamation point ticket for your chance to win. Richard.
Well, running back up here out front is going to be Cole Shetty. He is trying to break away from the 1 of Bradley, but not quite able to make up any distance on him. And actually, Bradley is closing that distance, but Cole Shetty does have a little bit better exit off of turn number 2, so he's keeping it around a half a second. And here comes some of those other guys. You got Jeff Pogo in the 4. You got Wesley Pistoli in 4th in his 94, and these guys are spreading out. Joe?
I'm just going to point out Brandon Sox is hanging onto that car by its tire threads. I mean, he nearly lost it a few times, and he may have sped coming down pit road as well. Brandon Sox down pit road, and I think we've seen the limit of what these tires can do because the guys who stayed out are going extremely slow right now. Brandon Sox down pit road.
Yeah, back here for 25th. I mean, we saw Scott Tompkins up towards the front. Oh, he's going to spin. Somebody's going to spin it, and that's going to be Justin Williams, the 58, and he is staying off the track. Still green flag. So he got it down pit road, but he's going to lose a lot of times. Oh, there's the yellow. So what do we have a yellow for? Scott Tompkins has crashed.
Seems to be a lot of these guys on the old tires.
Yeah, he hit that apron and just slid right up into the 22. Not what the 22 wanted. I don't know if he got a lot of damage from that. Let's see what his right side looks like. It's got a little bit of left rear damage. right there in the quarter panel, but I don't think it's too bad. Let's see what the left looks like. Left rear got a little bit. He may be able to hang in there. So that's not something that Cole wanted to see, but he's going to have control of these restarts. So we'll see how he.
Well, I think I can confidently say that running 61 laps, I mean, granted, we had a decent amount under caution. We're under our 5th caution, so that's probably about, if I was to guess, like 15 laps. So 50 laps, actually, no, about 45 laps of caution seem like to be the max you can really run on these tires. Yeah, I think if you have more than maybe 15 laps on your tires, I'd say pit. And I'm actually surprised that Cole's not pitting with 29 on his tires. But yeah, I think those guys that had to pit because they were just running so slow, they're regretting that because there was a lot of good cars that are now in a less than good position.
All right, we're going to take another little break, and we're going to give you a preview of the Sim Racer movie. So stay tuned to that.
I found out I owe $9,600 on the house. So I'm entering the sim race. It's 20 grand. Think I'd be a good race car driver?
I think you'd be a great driver.
Looks like you're my new competition. You think I'm too nice in person?
Maybe people should treat you the way that you treat them.
What'd you do if you watched a crew chief video today?
The only way he can beat you is to wreck you.
You stopped racing because people said you were old and washed up. Come back and prove them wrong.
I'll see you on race day.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that does look like a good movie, and I definitely want to see that as the pace car is still out, and we are probably going to go get lined up to go green next time by. But yes, that's one of those movies that I want to see because we all are doing the same thing, sim racing, trying to make a name for ourselves, and some of these guys in these 87s are doing that. Just like Cole Shetty out there leading the race. Mr. Bradley out there in his number 1 City Chevrolet. The 4 of Jeff Pogo up there. And Wesley Pistoli.
Brendan Sox hit pit road. I'm not sure if he's on the lead lap, though. Doesn't look like it. It looks like Sox is 1 lap down, so... Wait, no, he is on the lead lap, I believe. So, Brandon Sox, very lucky, he is back on the lead lap. He is down pit road. Looks like he's going to be getting the left side tires, but he's going to be way off the pack when we do get back green, so he is going to have a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. We're going into turn number 3, but if you're new to the channel, please do hit that like, share the stream, and subscribe. So that definitely does help out the channel so we can bring everybody good content. But we do a lot of leagues. We have racing on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and some Saturdays, and we are Green Flag Racing. And it looks like the 77 is going to get a pretty good jump with the 1 on the outside. The 4 is going to try to take over that second position from the 1, but the 1's going to be on the outside, so he may get the run off of turn number 2. Cole is looking to the low lane as he comes out. He's going to slide up towards the wall, and they're going to be side by side still for the second position, but it looks like Jeff is going to take the high road and tuck in behind the 1. Joe?
Yeah, looking here, we got some cruisers coming up from about the middle of the pack in 15th right now. Chase Berry restarted in 15th, and he's already made his way up to 13th, making the challenge for 12th right now on Johnny Rapp. Not sure why he is on the bottom right now, since Johnny has given him a ton of room, way more room than I would ever give. But he'll slide up and chop the nose off, and then he'll put him in 12th.
Well, don't look too far back, but right back there in the 7th position, battling it out with the 10 is going to be Brandon Zimmerman. Brandon Zimmerman has, made it up 9 positions from where he started, and he's battling with that 10 of Josh Hill. He's up 11 positions. Not a bad run for these guys. They were typically back in the back, and we have a lead change, and the 1 has taken over the lead from Cole Shetty. So Jacob Bradley is going to be our current leader.
Good job, Jacob Bradley. And bad to worse on pit road now. Brandon Sox is down pit road. It looks like he is serving a penalty, and he will be put back 1 lap down. And I don't know. I think Brandon Sox is not going to be winning this race today. He still has a chance, maybe, if he can avoid getting put 2 down, but he's going to have to get out of that pit road fast.
Yeah, I'll tell you one person that was benefiting from these cautions, and that is going to be Ellis Thomas. Ellis Thomas got trapped 4 or 5 laps down, and he was able to get some of those laps back, because now he's only 3 laps down. He wants to see at least 3 more cautions come out so he can get back on that lead lap and start challenging for positions. And he is driving that number 8 Apex Energy car. They still got to be proud of this guy. He puts a lot of time and a lot of practice in on these tracks, as we see him pass Brandon Sox. But moving up back towards the front, we have a hornet's nest from looks like Brandon Zimmerman all the way back to Chris Hone.
Yes, sir. And it's looking pretty dicey up there. A lot of guys on new tires, a lot of guys on old tires. A good mix of everything. So looks like the 22 got in the wall and nearly chopped off the nose of Justin Wilson. He's going to fall back, and Justin's going to make the position. That looks like it could have hurt that car quite a bit, but I was just going to point out Chase Berry, first car on new tires, he's already up to 7th. He has gained. He's started 15th, and he's in the 7th now.
I just want to point out Mr. Eric Wright in his number 53 Ford. And that looks like it's going to be the RC Cola paint scheme, but he is up 17 positions. He is riding around in 12th. We haven't talked about him much. He's been riding around in the back, but he is starting to make some moves, no matter if it's pit strategy or not. He is, keeping that car in the top 15, up 17 positions, along with Jacob Bradley. He is up 17 positions. So those are our 2 biggest movers of this race.
Wesley Pistoli trying to make a move into the 4th position. He seems to be getting a little bit of a run on the bottom. Surprisingly, Pogo just not running the high side that well. I mean, the benefit of the high side is that you don't have to really pinch a guy down that low to really be able to get it. I mean, you have to pinch him a little bit, but you don't have to pinch him as much as, say, in other cars. But Wesley, very rare move today. He just made a pass from the inside.
Yeah, Jeff Pogo, he did have a little bit of wiggle coming out of turn number 2, and he had to check up, and that allowed that 94 of Wesley to just drive right on and around him. But I do want to point out that Cole is starting to break away, and he is 6/10 away from second place of Sam Oliver. Sam Oliver, we saw him get into a little bit of trouble and spun his car out, didn't have any damage, but he has worked his way all the way back up to second position. And that's going to put Bradley and Wesley battling it out.
I'm a little worried for Cole, though. He put it on lap 29. We're at lap 73. Now, we saw problems for the leaders happen with about 50 laps on their tires. Well, actually, about 45 laps. We're getting to that point. So, it just seemed like that fall off, it hit him all in the face at once. So, I don't know. I think Cole's leading days are numbered if he can't get a caution.
Well, major shout out to Bosch Gaming, raid of 6 people. We definitely appreciate that. Thank you very much. And hope you enjoy the show. As we just saw Cole Shetty, he came out of turn number 4. He had a little wiggle, but he's got a little bit of wiggle room. He is 7/10 of a second, now 8/10 of a second, in front of Wesley Pistoli.
Yeah, Wesley just sent it on Sam Oliver, and I think he'll be in a position now where he can get that lead. Wesley Pistoli right now is running the same times as Cole, but keep in mind that is the same time being run side by side with another car as a guy that is out on his own. So I think he is going to be up there maybe in the next 5 laps.
Yeah, he's definitely closing in that time. He went from 8/10 of a second to 6/10 and is still falling. So he will be there in the next lap or so. But I believe Cole can hold on to it for as long as he can because he's making up ground and he's losing ground. Just depends on what corner he is coming out of. Little battle back here for 4th place, Joe.
Yeah, well, that is going to be Chase Berry, newest tires in the field. So we got a big separation here. Shetty pitted on 29, Pistoli and Oliver 43, and Berry 61. So it's all a big tire battle. They all pitted around 15 laps from each other, and it seems like, right now at least, that's only giving them about 1/10 of a second between them. So they're making it up slowly, but Chase Berry is going to be the one to watch if this thing stays green.
And it looks... All right, well, if you are new to the channel, we are having a little bit of giveaway. If you do exclamation point ticket, that will put you into a drawing for $5 either in iRacing credits or $5 cash, your choice. If you do win, make sure you hang out. You have to be here in the chat to win. But if you do win, make sure you hang out so we can get your information, so we can get you that $5 that you won.
Yeah, very easy. Just exclamation point ticket. Just one word and one exclamation point. Not that hard. But anyway, as I'm looking back here, we got a bunch of people who are side by side. But one person I want to take a shout out to right now, Scott Tompkins. He's got that rear corner panel all bent out of shape, but he is still muscling that car up to 6th position right now. Yeah, he's on new tires, kind of picking off some of the guys that don't. Pogo's going to fall back into 7th, but Scott Tompkins making his way back up to the front. He's in 7th.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Wesley Pistoli is making up some ground on the leader. He's got about 3/10 of a second back to Oliver, and he is about 3/10 of a second off the leader. So he is making up some ground slowly but surely. So you are right. Those tires are starting to fall off. But if it stays green, this could be the move for Cole. It could be the winning move if it stays green. If we see a caution, that is not what he's going to be wanting to see, but could be.
Cole is hoping that the caution comes out within the next 10 laps. If it doesn't, he is going to have to stay. He's going to have to go under green. There's no way he's going to stay out because, especially with the guys who put it on lap 61, they're in the best position if it stays green. Because I think those are the only guys that will be able to make it the whole way without the caution coming out. So right now, I would say if you're someone that wants the caution to stay out, best position right now to be in is going to be Chase Berry.
Dual OK is saying, go West. Well, he is trying to get it done now. He is within 1/10 of a second of the leader. He's going to be battling for the lead here shortly. But look at this little hornet's nest back here for, looks like the 12th position. And that is going to be Evan Horsewell, he is got 12th, but everybody behind him wants it. And we got 3 wide back there, and that's going to be the 33 of Brandon Sox. He's going to be back there with him, battling with the 52 and the 1 of Jacob Bradley. So they are trying to figure all this out as and we got a battle for the lead. Go, Joe.
Well, that is going to be Wesley Pistoli, and he's finally going to make it around Cole. It looks like I'm not sure why he's exactly trying the inside. I mean, I know it worked with the last guy he passed, but I think the best idea for Cole right now is just to defend that high side as much as possible, because you're going to have to force Wesley down low, burn out his tires, and I think Wesley, it's probably not the most advisable strategy to do this right now. Yeah, he'll probably be able to pass him, but he's also putting unnecessary wear onto his tires.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wesley has a lot of fans out there. It looks like 5-0 family is pulling for the 94. It looks like Dual OK, he's definitely pulling for the 94. And where'd it go? Squiggly is pulling for the 94. So definitely got some fans out there, and he is doing all he can to get around that 77, but that 77 is just not giving up, and that's going to allow everybody behind him to catch up. And looks like the 94 is just now going to take it, but the 77 is not done. He goes way wide. It looks like those tires are giving up. He touches the wall, and he keeps it straight, but he's going to lose a lot of positions. Those tires are done.
Those cars running side by side, you know, that is something that Chase Berry did not want to see, because it allowed everyone to get close. 94 gets tapped a little bit by Chase, but manages to save it off the apron, and that's going to affect Chase pretty bad too, because that has to slow him down, and the Margaritaville Chevrolet takes the front spot.
Wow, that was a heck of a save, and he dropped. Wesley dropped down to second, but he is not done yet. He is going to try to track down Justin Wilson. Still riding on that inside, but look at Randy. He started in third. He is up to second. He's only up 1 position, but he was in the back. He was not even thought of for most of this race, and now he's probably here when it matters the most. With only about 31 laps to go, he could be here when it really matters. 25 is going through the field, and he is around. He keeps it on the apron. Now he's back up on the track, so the yellow flag is going to come out. Oh, almost taking some people out, but everybody does what they can to get around him without any incident. Trying to get that car turned around.
Now, Cole said he's down pit road. I think it would have been a better idea for him to stay, to get out of the pit road. You know, he'd lose a lot of position, but he's going to be put a lap down as this caution comes out. So he might be stuck there now, because if he would have gone out of pit road while the caution was out, he would have at least stayed on the lead lap, but he's got fresh tires on. But can't guarantee that everyone's going to come down pit road. But if I'm where any of these guys are, I'm saying come now, because you're going to be good for the rest of the race. Cole made the same exact mistake as Brandon did and was not pitting under caution. He should have pitted on lap 61.
All right, we're going to take our last ad break of the evening, and we will be closing the draw, and we will pick a winner when we come back. So stay tuned to find out who is going to win.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls.
All right, we are back, and just sitting there monitoring the 77 and his pit entry. He is down one lap. He did not get it back, but we do have a new leader, and that is going to be Matt Kloos. He is going to be leading this pack for the first time this evening with Matt Kuntz right next to him, and it's number 13 Ford Thunderbird. So the Fords have woken up. It was all a Chevy show, but two Fords, actually a couple Fords have woken up. But right behind third place is nothing but all Chevys, all the way back to 13th, where you have Johnny Rapp.
I was going to keep this in mind, though. Matt Kloos didn't pit. And if you're a guy that's a lap down like Cole Shetty, it must be infuriating. That one guy stays out when you could have gotten that wave around. Cole, you should have not gone and pit, man. You should have stayed out and got back out when that caution came out, because he would have been on the lead lap. He'd be in the same position, yes, but he would be on the lead lap. So unfortunate. You could have pit earlier too in 61, but pace car is off.
Go for it.
And let's see how Kloos is going to hold off this big pack of cars. But keep an eye on Wesley Pistoli trying to get that Ford Thunderbird in victory lane today, driving for the Tennessee Volunteers. We got a lot of Alabama fans and Auburn fans that watch, so I bet they'd love to see that car just get in the victory lane one day. But Wesley Pistoli will take the lead, and don't count out Justin Wilson, because he's going to be right behind him, and we have a caution.
Ooh, caution is out, and that's going to be Scott Thompson also. Well, this is what Cole needed. He needed his lap back, and as long as he was not involved, he will get it.
Well, what I'm looking here is Scott Tompkins stent it going 3 wide and got in the one just a little bit and got turned around for his troubles. Looked like he saved it pretty well. Didn't really take any damage. Doesn't look like anyone got into it too bad.
28 got a little bit of piece of it, the 00. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he was able to get it spun around, so that's what Cole needed. He will now get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap, but he will start at the tail end, so he will be looking for those cautions. Now the 27 goes in.
I'll tell you, if I'm Nick Kulkowski, though, I'm not too happy about Cole's decision-making on pit road, because you know what? That cost him the lucky dog. So Cole's going to get the lucky dog and pretty much steal it right from him. So we'll see what Cole can do. I'm not sure if he'll be able to win the race, but he'll at least be able to make up some positions for the championship.
All right, we're about to draw a winner for $5 in iRacing credits or $5 cash. Stay tuned to the chat.
Looks like Dual OK has won. So stay in the chat. We just saw you chat, actually. So nice job on that. And yeah, just stay in the chat and we'll get to you very soon.
He says, I'm rich, suckers. Don't
mean, hey,
spend that all in one place.
$5 in some places though, that can get you quite a bit. You know, I
Might
could
fill
go.
up your lawnmower, push mower, that is.
Oh, you know, there's some places where you can get some street food for real good prices. I'll tell you that much.
Can't even get a Happy Meal anymore. You know, it's cheaper to get the dollar menu than it is a Happy Meal.
That doesn't sound too happy, now does it?
No. It's like, shit, I can buy a toy.
Uh, I just got to make me some food. I think that's what I need to get going. Get some mango float. That's a good dish to make when it's hot outside. Somewhat healthy too. It's pretty good.
No, I don't do healthy.
Oh, it's mangoes, graham cracker, and some cream. Very
I
easy.
don't. I just don't do healthy. I don't eat any. I don't really eat anything green.
Mangoes are orange.
Well, I'm just saying I don't eat anything healthy. I know mangoes are orange. I know that. But what I'm saying is I don't do healthy. So if it's green, I don't eat it. If it's healthy, I don't eat it.
All right, so we're not gonna eat nothing green. All right, sounds good. All right, well,
My wife is on that
22
keto diet, and it kills me.
keto. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard that is not the easiest diet to hang on to, but yeah, 22 laps to go. Should be getting green with about 20 or so to go. The squiggly, is crypto still a thing? Yes, it is. And just waiting to see what cryptocurrency is the next one that's going to be shooting up a bunch of money when Elon Musk tweets that they're going to be getting taken out of Tesla.
You ain't lying there.
Yeah, Smith had a power outage, but he wasn't the only one. Ellis Thomas had a power outage too. Uh, luckily for him, not as bad as Aaron Smith. But yeah, Ellis Thomas, unfortunately, that power outage cost him, which I think could have been a top 10 day. And unfortunately, he's going to be stuck 3 laps down, and he'll be lucky to finish in the top 20. All right, Richard, who do you got off the start?
Oh, off to start, it's going to be the 94.
You a Tennessee fan?
No. I'm a Florida fan. My wife's an Alabama fan. I don't know who the hell's an Auburn fan that's watching.
Oh, that would be the bearded wonder, Derek Welch.
Oh, is he watching?
I don't know. He might be. Who knows?
Oh. All right, 94 is going to take the green flag. He actually waited on the green flag, but he still got a really good jump on the 58. But he is going to take over the lead and lead the 58 in second. But the battle for third is definitely what's going on right now, and that's going to be Sam Oliver on the outside and Jeff Pogo on the inside. Jeff Pogo was able to make the slide job, but it looks like the 9 is going to look to the inside again and see if they can go side by side as they go into turn 3, Joe.
Well, I'm seeing Sam Oliver. He is pushing real hard on the inside, but also getting pinched by that 4. But he manages to make it work on the outside, and who knows? Sam Oliver might have a chance to challenge for that front spot. But Justin Wilson's poking his nose a little bit to the outside, but just not able to get the run. Richard.
Well, going a little bit further back, we're going to take a look at Mr. Brandon Zimmerman, and he is up 9 positions from where he started. He is in the 7th position, riding into number 20 Chevrolet, and he is trying to make some moves on the 13 of Matt Kuntz. We saw him up towards the front earlier, and now he is back battling for that 7th position, which belongs to the 20 as of right now, with the 10 of Josh Hill helping him.
Yeah, Josh Hill looking real good in that Johnny Benson Valvoline Pontiac. Wonder if we'll ever get a Pontiac added here, but he's going to be fighting for that 8th spot on the 13. Gotta say, one of my favorite paint schemes for Matt Kuntz. You know, he's running a good race today, keeping an 8th spot. But I think Josh should have no problem getting around him, but getting a little loose off the high side, so he's just not able to hang on to it.
Yeah, looking for these guys in the back, trying to see where the battles are at, and it looks like Jacob Bradley is going to have a little bit of battle with Tompkins, and Scott Tompkins was able to take. Oh, there's a wreck. That's going to be Brandon Zimmerman. He's around, keeps it out of trouble. He spun around, but he kept it off of everything, so it's not going to be as bad as it looked. So him and the 13 touched. Maybe did the yeah, it looks like a little contact from the 10 too.
From my point of view, it looks like the
Yep.
10 came down and the 13 came up. Was thinking Doge was going to go to the moon for a second, but yeah, Brandon. I'll say this, at least, I mean, yeah, he's an innocent victim in all this, but could have been a lot worse.
Oh, somebody stole my saying. Thunder chicken.
Thunder chicken.
Thunder chicken. Ford Thunder chicken, Thunderbird.
I can't tell if that's a insult or what.
It depends on if you like the Thunderbird or not.
I love
That's
the
what
Thunderbird.
I love the Thunderbird too, and I used to have a 1988 Thunderbird, and yeah, they came with the turbocharger. What is it? The 3.8 liter turbocharged, and and then they came with the 5.0. I had the 5.0. Luckily, I couldn't afford the turbocharge, but yeah, I love a Thunder Chicken.
Definitely a good car. Yeah, I will tell you this though, with the Buicks too. Around this time, they came out with what was it? The Grand National, I think it was. And I think it had the second fastest production car time in the world behind the Lamborghini in, I believe, 1988.
I wish
That
they would
car,
put the Grand Prix in here, like
the
you said.
Pontiac Grand Prix.
Yep, that was actually my stepdad had one, and my sister launched it about 40 feet or about 40 yards. Jumping the railroad tracks. That was pretty fun. That was a fast car.
Well, I do. I've heard some people saying, if like say the new ARCA bodies ever got released into the game, they want the old ARCA car to be moved to like a Gen 4 car or putting a NASCAR engine in there. I think that would be an amazingly popular series if they did do that. But they got the Chevy body, but it'd be also cool to get like the Ford bodies. You know, everyone with the Pontiacs back in that day, the '03 Pontiac, especially the one Craven won in Darlington. The Grand Prix, that was a wide, big nose car, but it was a lot of fun. But what what what
The
what
Grand
year
Nash.
is that ARCA car based off of?
Uh, the one in iRacing.
Yeah,
I believe that's gonna be like a '90s model, '97.
right. Because I heard some people also say that it was like based off of like a mid 2000s Xfinity car, which back then was known as the Busch Series.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't researched it a lot, but it does look in between. Between '97. I mean, '97 wasn't that old. They pretty much carried the same body style all the way up to what 2003 for the Monte Carlo.
Yeah, 2003.
Actually, 2004. I think the Monte Carlo stayed around till. So yeah, about 2003, 2004.
Yeah, and I think Dodge is coming back next year, so we'll be seeing some Dodges in the field perhaps next year. We'll see how long they stay for like the 20th time.
Yeah, it definitely would give racing the full advantage. You have your Chevy, you have your Ford, you have your Dodge back out there, Toyota. I wonder who's going to be next. That's next one to enter. I'm pretty sure one of these foreign cars want to get in there, but they got to get a V8 that's capable of these horsepowers.
Would be interesting if Buick got back in and kind of pulled off the shenanigans that they did in the early '80s. They won like 3 championships back in the early '80s. I mean, the Buick that we got here was definitely at the end of Buick's dominance. They only won like a couple of races between like '87 and the rest of its time. The last Buick win was actually Brett Bodine at North Wilkesboro in 1990.
So the Buick LeSabre that they're running right now, actually the hood actually folded forward, did not raise up. The sedan, of course, you know, the family car, not the race car,
Yep.
but
NASCAR Man History made a good video on that North Wilkesboro 1990 win. Shout out to him. Should check him out. He's a great NASCAR YouTuber. But
green flag.
got 13 to go. And Wesley Pistoli out like a rocket again. And I think Jeff Pogo is going to have to get on the button because he is getting pushed hard. And that top side is just on fire right now. That bottom side did not get a good start. So I'm going to see, is Justin Wilson going to be able to get 2 in a row, Richard?
Well, that bottom side may not have been able to get a good start, but you know that 94, he was on the bottom, but he got a really good start, and he was able to keep the lead. But he's got Justin Wilson all over his back bumper with 13 to go. How long can you keep that 58 at bay? Probably not very long because he has fresher tires. But we have 3 wide going to the trioval, and that's going to be the 4, that's going to be the 9, and that's going to be the 18. 18 on the bottom, 9 in the middle, and 4 on the outside. And they are going to hold it, and they are racing like it's the last lap. They go back to 2 wide. Joe?
Yeah, Chase Berry was thinking for just a moment maybe making it 4 wide, but that's exactly what the front 2 want to see. And I don't think Wesley Pistoli would really mind a caution coming out either because Justin Wilson is on his tail, and he's going to be making the move down the inside. We'll see if Wesley, I don't even know if he's going to be able to make a challenge and keep it high, and Justin Wilson is just hoping that Wesley does not get that run off the corner. I'm not sure if Wesley's going to have it, though. And that's going to be Justin Wilson in the lead.
He had a little bit of momentum, but it stalled out with those older tires. And yeah, you are right. He is definitely looking for a caution, but there's still a hornet's nest back here in the back. You got the 4. They were able to work all that out. They were back 2 wide. You got the 4 on the inside, 5 looking on the outside. You have Sam Oliver right in front of these guys, and they all want the same real estate with only 10 laps to go. It's still anybody's race. Anything can happen, and you got Matt Coots waiting for something to happen so he can make his move on up to the front. But not a bad race with these guys from 2nd to 5th or 3rd.
And if you're in this position around this time, you know, it's time to race these guys like you race your rivals. You know, I'll race my rivals. You know, you don't give them an inch. You give them the bare minimum. But, you know, I'm thinking, you know, some of these guys in the back, if something happens, they're definitely going to have a shot at it. But they're also running real hard. And I would not discount a caution coming out. And that is Hill loose and just saves it. Luckily, he did not get in the 18 because the 18 would have been in position. He just had enough speed to avoid that.
Yeah, looking back towards the back, even though it was a really good race up front, Cochetti has probably met his match as far as when he pitted, and that's going to probably cost him his race. But pretty good battle between the 25, the 52, and the 1. They are side by side, the 25, 52, 52 up high. 25 wants it. He is going to try to make the run on the inside, and they got a Hornet's Nest in front of them too with the 10, the looks like the 4 and the 13, and don't forget the 18. But they're all battling for the same real estate, so not a bad way to go, Joe.
Yeah, Justin Wilson, if this race stays green, and keep in mind, you know, we're only going to have 1 green-white checker should a caution come out, but he's checking out right now, and I think he has this race won should nothing else happen. But we're getting to that point where if there is a caution, we're going to have a green-white checker finish. Matt Kuntz is going to be trying to get that puppy up to 5th place because he might be able to make something work with the 18 and the 4 running side by side.
Yeah, he's just waiting for one of these guys to make a mistake, or he's going to look to take a 3 wide. Depending on, we only have 6 laps to go. He might take a 3 wide because he wants to get by these guys. He looks to the inside. 18 cuts him off. And it looks like the 18 is going to try the inside of the 4 once again, but he's not going to have the momentum on that low side. He just keeps on stalling out, and the 4 is able to get the run off the turns. But how long is Matt Kuntz going to stay back here in his Thunder Chicken?
I mean, maybe just saving up tires, but I mean, you don't got much time more to save. You only got 5 laps to go. Looking at the speeds right now for the top few guys, fastest guy is Chase Berry. So Chase Berry, if he's going to make anything work, he's going to have to get on it right now because he only has a few laps to go.
Yeah, looks like Squiggly said Justin Williams has a problem called Wesley. I don't know about that. Wesley has some really old tires. Wesley might have a problem called Chase Berry, because they are closing in along with Sam Oliver right there behind the 5. So he may lose a couple positions, but 4 laps to go. Let's see if he can hold them off and bring home that second place position. They are still going at it side by side with the 4 and the 18. Randy and Jeff have been going at it for the last 3 laps or so, and the 13 is still looking to see who he is going to move out of the way. He is all over the bumper of the 18. He backs off a little bit, gives him a little bit of room. Definitely good sportsmanship there. He doesn't want to move somebody, but I think if it comes down to 2 to go, he's going to move him.
Sam Oliver out of contention. He got a little bit loose tail, kind of swung out in the corner, and Chase Berry and Wesley Pistoli look like they are out of tires. You know, they all pitted on the same lap 88, and we're coming down to 2 to go. And I think Justin Wilson's going to have a good 2 in a row for that Margaritaville Chevrolet if he can just hang on and nothing else happens for one more lap. One more lap, and we got the white flag.
Yeah, one more lap. And Dual okay at Thunder Chicken, actually, I was saying that before Ricky Bobby pretty much said that. So I'm older than that.
Well, I will say this.
Go ahead.
I just will say this, though. This is probably the longest lap that you'll run because you're just hoping a caution doesn't come out because you know you have a chance to win. And, man, he's going to get the white flag. What do you got, Richard?
Well, coming to the white flag, the 58 has broken out to a half of a second with Wesley Pistoli still holding on to second place. And I don't know if that Chase Berry may have... Well, there's a spin on the front stretch, but the flag will not wave. The 10 is involved. And we're going to stay with these leaders because they are we'll go right back to that. But it looks like Justin Wilson is going to have this race. The 94 has ran out of tires, but the 5 has pretty much ran out of laps to catch the 94. So it looks like it's going to be the 54, the 94, the 5, and Sam Oliver coming in 4th. 5th is going to be Jeff Pogo, Randy in his number 18, and Matt Kuntz in 7th. Johnny Rappa in 8th. Jacob Bradley coming home 9th, and Matt Klus in 10th. But our biggest mover of the top 10 is going to be Johnny Rapp. Congratulations to that guy. He put in a lot of wheel time just to move up 18 positions and keep it. That's pretty dang good.
Unfortunate ending there for the 10 and the 25. Tarrant Hill got just a little bit loose off 4 as they came to the white flag. They already taken the white, so there was no caution. And, man, that Mission Barbecue car, the 52, very lucky he did not get wrecked and hang on to it. But, yeah, unfortunate for those two because they were running in 10th and 9th position when they wrecked.
They were flying. They were battling.
Oh, another guy that got into him was Brandon Zimmerman. Luckily, Brandon did not get hit in a way that caused him to get out, too. Well, Richard, I will say one thing, though. Our picks fell out pretty much the same way. They stayed out too long, and their tires could not take it.
Yeah, the tires definitely couldn't take it, but they did give it their all, and that's why we picked them. So, Great job by those. And you know, Johnny Rapp was actually almost involved in that. He got blasted in the door uh, when that incident happened on the white flag, and he still was able to keep it straight, which is a very hard thing to do in these 87s. But to bring home that eighth place up, like I said, 18 positions, and take a shot like that and keep it straight, pretty good job. All right, we're going to bring Chase Berry, and that's going to be our third place finisher. No, Squiggly, we don't give interviews. No, I'm just playing. All right, Mr. Berry, there's Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, man.
Well, you almost got there. You brought home a third place finish. Definitely a tough track. Definitely a tough car to have on this track. But third place, man, you didn't do too bad, man. Talk to us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, it was eventful. Never turned a lap here until practice, so it was exciting to learn it, and it was fun. Pretty much followed whatever the 58 did. And if he went to the bathroom, I went to the bathroom. He got a slaw dog. We got a hot dog with him. So it was, just pretty much followed 58, and he got up front. So it was nice.
Interesting strategy. Don't want to know what y'all are doing in the bathroom, but
I
no,
mean,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, you two definitely did have, you definitely moved up through the field really well, and you up 10 positions. You started in 13th. Made it up to third. That's not a bad night because you had a lot of good competition out there, and to pull off a podium finish, man, that's a really good job. And podium finishes, man. Shout outs are yours
Hey,
whenever
thank
you're
you.
ready.
Give you guys a shout out for broadcasting. Thanks for Ellis and Chris and all the guys that putting all league on. Let me come in today because I missed Daytona and whatnot. Thank the teammates Justin, Eric, Johnny, Randy, Chris, and Scooty Doo over there. But yeah, it was fun just being patient and like I said, thank you guys for everything.
Oh, not a problem. Well, we're at North Wilkesboro next
Oh
race.
yeah.
So, how you feeling about that one, especially in these cars right here?
I don't know. I like to go left and right on a road course, so yeah, sure. We'll figure it out. I guess it might not be this good, but be all right.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see what you can do, and we'll catch you next time. Good job tonight.
Thank you. Me too.
Third place finisher, Chase Berry. Good job.
Wesley, this is Joe, Richard, and Jeremy. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, second place today. You were running real good. You had some strategy. Seemed to work out pretty well for you, but just could not hang on to it in the last 10 laps. So, second place, you happy with that?
No, I wanted to win, but all things considered, that's not bad. I think I tried to. I was in traffic all night, and then once I got to the lead, it was a little free on me. I would kind of, in hindsight, wish I had taken less fuel maybe on that last pit stop, but it was a little free, and the 58 he shot off a little better than I did. So I think I probably would have had a shot if it had been a longer run, but he was fast either way. So congrats to him and. Second sucks, but it could have been a lot worse. So I'm happy about it, but I'm not happy about it.
Sounds like me, kind of same position I would be in, pretty much. Good position, but you wish you could have had that extra position at the end of the race. But you did run really well today. Represented the Fords pretty well today because you were surrounded by a bunch of Chevys. But if you got any shout outs, Wesley, Mr. Fan Favorite, you got the chance to do it.
Yeah, thanks to Apex Energy for putting this on. It's been fun. I like to be a little cleaner maybe with some more green flag runs, but that's not their fault. It's some of the some of the drivers maybe, but hopefully we can get that cleaned up for next week. Put on a better show. But thanks to them for putting it on, and LaRue Esports is my official iRacing sponsor on the official side of things. So shout out to them. And my buddy Sam, he had a good run, finished 4th. So I guess that's about it for me there.
Well, at least you two, the two friends, second and fourth can't be much better than that. But yeah, good run today, and we will see you at North Wilkesboro. Confident for next week?
Yeah,
It's actually the 30th. It's not next week.
Oh well, the 30th. Are you confident for Wilkesboro?
Yeah, like I've run one race there, I think, in these cars, and either these cars or the new Cup cars, one of the two, and that track's pretty fun to run on, and I think I'm more suited for short track driving than these speedways anyway. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, good race today, and we will look forward to seeing you at Wilkesboro.
Thanks, y'all.
And J Dub in the chat saying hi to his mom.
Hi, Mom. All right, now we're going to bring in our winner chicken dinner, and that's going to be Mr. Justin Wilson and his number 58. Justin is Richard and Jeremy Richard, Jeremy, and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got a copy.
Well, you started first, you finished first. Man, how you feeling taking Atlanta?
Feels pretty good considering the race we had. I struggled a little bit at the beginning. I started to figure it out and then made a bad call mid-race, which I made a mistake staying out when I should have pitted and ran out of fuel and then spun going into the pits. But the caution, wherever that caution came from, they saved me. And then I got a black flag and then I had to start from the tail. But I'm actually just amazed we made it back up to the front. I don't know how we did it. So I'm going to chalk this one up as luck. I even didn't take enough fuel at the end, so I was actually running out of fuel at the end of the race, and that last caution saved me because I had 1 lap of fuel left at the end of that race. So
wow,
luck was on my side on that race. So
you played it dangerous today.
Yeah, I was trying to get the strategy on pit road, but I cut it way too close.
You're supposed to do that at Vegas, not in Atlanta.
It worked though, so.
Well, yes, it definitely did work, and like you said, with all the trouble that you had to bring it back and finish up front, you had Wesley up there. He was very fast. He had older tires against your tires, which were newer. He wasn't quite able to hold on to that lead, but y'all made it a great show up front, and to finish first. To qualify first and finish first, man, that's pretty impressive, especially with all the stuff that you had. We thought Cole Shetty was going to have something for you. He ran a really good race, and that was my pick. I'm sorry. But, you all did a really great job. And, man, North Wilkesboro is coming up. You have on the 30th. What do you have for us there? Anything good?
Given that I've never really – I think I've done one race on that track. It's a tough one. I'm not really sure how short tracks are on these cars. I'm still trying to learn these things, and so I'm pretty excited to see what it's like.
Well, we can't wait to see what it's like either. I actually don't think I've watched the 87s on North Wilkesboro, but we'll see what happens. But man, first place, shout outs are yours.
Yeah, I want to thank all the guys we run with. Chase Berry, you got a I think P2,
P3,
Johnny, Chris Hone, Eric Wright, Randy. I want to thank Ellis and everybody that puts this on. You guys are putting the broadcast on. It's really fun to go back and watch, and just thank everybody. Thank everybody, really. I mean, it's a really good group of guys here, and it's been really fun so far.
Well, we definitely enjoy watching it, and we're glad to be here to watch y'all battle it out and put on a really good race. So, thank y'all. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And I want to say hi to my mom in chat. That was me in chat.
Well, that was our race winner. You can go down to your teammates and your friends down there and celebrate. And we will catch you next week.
We will. You guys enjoy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. So that is going to conclude tonight's race here at Slingshot Racing League, their summer series. This is the second race of their short season. So, Not bad at all. 2 tracks down, definitely a lot of action on the track. I want to give some shout outs to Eric Wright. He was another big mover of the race. He was up 15 positions. Joe, Mc,
You all right?
yeah. Don't have, like I said, I don't have my glasses on. And like I said, Johnny Rapp, those were 3 biggest movers, 115, 17, and 18 positions from where they started. So, but that's going to wrap up our broadcast for the evening. And Joe will be back tomorrow night for IVRL Tour Mods.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We're racing at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let's see if it's going to be as big of a banger as it was last time. There was a lot of people bumping and banging, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few people who are going to be like old Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy never forgets. So we'll see if anything happens there tomorrow, but look forward to seeing y'all there tomorrow.
All right. So on behalf of Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we appreciate everybody that joined us for the evening to watch these guys battle it out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Can't wait to see what they have at North Wilkesboro on June 30th. They have next week off. So y'all come join us for that race and, catch up with us, hit that follow button so you can catch us going live throughout the week when we do our other broadcasts for our other racing leagues. So on behalf of Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we hope y'all have a good rest of the weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend, and y'all stay safe. Thank y'all very much.